Hello friends, this is Neha Tulchan from Crescent Creation. Welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna share a technique that gives a very beautiful and intricate results. It's called the Polymer clay embroidery. This technique have been around for quite some time and I have seen many gorgeous examples of it. And it's actually a lot easier than it seems. You can make it on beads or just on clay. But today I'm gonna show you both the ways. One is to do it on the purchased metal bezel, and the other one is directly on clay. So here I have this antique bronze bezel in heart shape, and I'm using red Pardo clay. I have conditioned the clay and now filling the bezel to make a dome shape. You need to cover the bezel evenly with the clay, creating a dome shape. Here, with the help of my fingers, I am pushing the clay into the bezel and trying to even it out to get the desired shape. You need to work more on the corners to make it neat. And don't forget to clean off the excess clay hanging off the edges of the bezel. And once you're happy with the shape, rub your palm on the clay surface to remove all the fingerprints. Now let's make few roses for the pendant. You can sculpt roses in many different ways, but this is the easiest way to quickly create some handful of roses. Roses can be easy and complex to create. It's up to you which look you're going for. So here I started with a sheet of red clay rolled at the thickest setting of my pasta machine, and with the help of my needle tool I'm creating rose shape onto the clay sheet. Then carefully I'm cutting out the shape using my X-Acto knife. You can manipulate the size of the roses you need and create big or small roses. And after cutting, you can add more details to the flower using the needle tool. Once happy with the look, go ahead and place the flower on the pendant using the needle tool. As the clay on the bezel is raw, the flower will stick to it very easily. Raw clay are supposed to stick to each other with ease. Go ahead and add few more details using your needle tool that are lost while placing the flower on the bezel. Now create a bunch of such flowers and keep filling the bezel. I'm gonna put some music for you to enjoy the process. You can see how beautiful it looks. I'm in love with this pendant. Well, I chose not to fill the pendant all the way with roses. Instead, I added the dot details on the leftover area using the needle tool to make it look more interesting. Now, let's move on to the other pendant. Here, I'm using the owl-shaped antique bezel. To create the dome shape, I'm using an orange color Primo clay. It's easy to fill simple shapes bezel like this one. Now to create my design, I have rolled out snakes of clay in different colors. I'm using dark blue, black, green and light orange that I have created mixing orange and white clay. From the snakes created, I have cut small pieces of clay using the blade. Try to cut out equal sizes to get even looking flower. Lay out each piece of clay with a center piece to create the flower. Add detail to each piece of clay using needle tool to make it look more like petals. Enjoy the process with the music. So this is the beautiful owl pendant created using the polymer clay embroidery technique, and I finished it off by adding few dot details. Next, let me show you one way how to create your own pendant base if you do not want to use antique bezels. So here I'm making a dome shape using a teal color clay in pearl finish. Once happy with this shape, I will cut out a circle shape out of a dark blue color sheet of clay rolled on the thickest setting of my pasta machine. The circle should be slightly bigger than the centerpiece dome. To make it into a pendant, you have to add an eye pin to the piece so you can create a hook later. Now work on the piece and try to remove the unevenness as much as possible. If you work on the piece now, you don't have to buff it later after baking. Next, roll out thick snakes out of dark blue clay and cut almost 6 mm thick pieces. Roll these pieces into circle and stick it all around the dome shape to create a beautiful border. Once done, you can stop here. This looks beautiful on its own, but I wanted to add sparkle to this, so I added Swarovski crystal beads all around on this circle. Just remember, after baking, you need to stick the Swarovskis with some glue as they tend to come out after baking. Once done with this, I create the design on the center of the pendant using the embroidery technique. I use mix of white and silver clay for this. My designs are all ready. Bake them as per instructions on the clay package and you will be all done. Isn't it a fun technique? You can create a lot of different looks by this technique. Just be creative. So this was my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you will give this technique a try. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you like my videos and want me keep making more, please become a Patreon. A small help from you all can help me keep crafting and come up with fun videos for you. All the details are in the description box below. Thank you for visiting. Have a nice day.